we have an update on the Joe Shimoda injury. Now, a little TLDR, if you didn't see the race, during the East Heat race, he ended up having to check up because I believe Ferry crashed in front of him, and due to that, instead of being able to double, he had to single and ended up having his leg landed on. Now, after that race, we had the Honda PR from Lars Lindstrom saying, quote, "Initially, it looked really serious, but now I'm more hopeful that it's only a minor setback." Now, obviously, they said he was going to have an MRI later in the week, but it didn't look good. I mean, obviously, laying on the track, holding his leg like he was, it did not look positive. I mean, if you can't put any weight on it, and more than likely, if you drop a 300 pound bike, whatever it is, onto somebody's leg, it's more than likely going to cause some damage. And sadly, it's kind of the problem of being mid-pack. If you have a bad start, you end up getting surrounded by other people. And like this, you can see him, Ferry just crashes in front of him. And so instead of being able to double this, he has to roll it. And no fault to anybody in this. I mean, obviously, this is just one of those sad racing incidents where something happened and you had no control over it. Ends up being one of those just wrong place at wrong time, sad situations. Now, on his Instagram today, saying, quote, "Late update, sorry for the inconvenience. I had my ankle scanned yesterday. Unfortunately, I will miss remainder of Supercross, but the good news is that luckily it's not severe, that me and my team thought it's smart to sit out and utilize this time to prepare fully for outdoor. Thank you guys for the support. Again, we are going to continue to grow." Not great. I mean, obviously, he should be a title contender. You know, he is the SMX champion defending this year. He should be a guy who's racing for podiums and wins and, you know, be right up in the point mix for the title. And, well, after that post on his Instagram, Honda has put out a press release. Not great, I guess you could say, from the press release saying Shimoda has been diagnosed with a fibula fracture following the St. Louis crash. Now, apparently there is no surgery required for this, and he is expected to be ready for the start of the AMA Pro Motocross Opener May 30th. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's right. So, a little over a month and a half between now and then. But, I mean, this is bad. The press release says, quote, "Initial evaluation at the track did not indicate a fracture, but imaging conducted Tuesday in Claremont, Florida, confirmed a small fracture of Shimoda's left fibula. The injury is non-displaced and will not require surgery. However, Shimoda will wear an orthopedic boot for 2 to 3 weeks. The Japanese racer is expected to return in time for the May 30th AMA Pro Motocross season opener at Fox Raceway in Pollock, California, where Honda HR Progressive expects to have its full rider roster in action." Now, there is a quote in this from Brandon Wilson, the manager of racing and experiential at American Honda, whatever that is, saying, quote, "Joe is a resilient competitor, and we're confident he'll make a full recovery. We fully expect him to be a contender for the 250 AMA Pro Motocross crown and to fight hard in defense of his Super Motocross Championship. Our team will provide all the support he needs during his rehab to ensure he's ready to compete at the highest level." Now, the problem with this is, if he's going to be wearing a boot for 2 to 3 weeks, I'm assuming that's going to mean no racing or no riding. So that puts us, 3 weeks? You're getting to the middle of May-ish, May 8th. So you'll have a week or two back on the bike between that and the start of the motocross season. Who knows? I mean, obviously, if you've got a leg injury, you're not going to be riding. I'm assuming that means you're not going to be biking. There's no running with that. So it's going to be, how can he keep up his cardio? How can he keep, working out? Obviously, there's a bunch of weightlifting and stuff you can do with arms and whatever, but it's going to be the question of how well does he come out of this? Can he be ready? I mean, if you're off the bike for 2 or 3 weeks, you're losing that training time, you're losing the testing time for outdoors, getting that bike set up how you want. So more than likely, you're going to be coming into the outdoor season behind everybody else. Now, obviously, you're going to have time to rest, and people are going to be coming in with their own little nagging injuries and whatever you want to say there, but it's just an overall negative. You never want to see anybody get hurt, right? Because if anything, from a fan perspective, from the outside perspective, mine, you lose a factory rider, right? This is a guy who should be a title contender. He should be racing for podiums. He should be racing for wins. And that creates a more competitive race, creates a better product to watch. It's a more fun product to watch. And from the outside, sucks. I mean, you never want to see any of these guys get injured, whether they're a factory rider, whether they're a privateer, whether they're retired and they're doing a one-off. Who cares? But the nature of this sport is it's a tough one. I mean, something like this is completely out of his control. Something crashes in front of him, so he has to do something to not run directly into them, and the person behind him ends up hitting him. It's just, there's no control over that situation, and it kind of becomes a problem if you don't get a good start. If you set yourself in the middle of the pack, stuff like this happens, and it's nobody's fault. It's just an overall bad racing incident, situation, whatever you want to call it. Now, I mean, this is kind of a wash for him, obviously. I think at the moment he's fourth, in the 250 East standings. Obviously with the DNS from St. Louis, he's lost a lot of points there, but I mean, there's no point in racing the rest of the Supercross, obviously. He's fourth in points. He's high as 100. Davies has 136 in first. Seth Hammaker 125 in second, and Daxton Bennick with 103 in third. So he's already 36 points down with, what do they have, 2 or 3 rounds to go. I mean, you'd have to make up some major points, and obviously with the broken leg or fractured leg, whatever you want to call it, you're not going to be racing in general. So you can take the wash on Supercross. He's gained some points there at least, so he can take those, hopefully add to them in outdoors, and then try and defend his SMX title in the fall. But I don't know. I mean, it sucks to see. You never want to see anybody get hurt, but hopefully, knock on wood, he can, heal up, come back for outdoors, be fast, be competitive, and fight for that title. As that's just a more fun thing to watch. But this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. While you're down there, make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it does really help me out and I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.